In the 1950s, Americans were the world's favorite tourists. They brought money, energy, and curiosity. But now, in 2025, the story has changed. Some places that once welcomed Americans with open arms are now saying, "No thanks." Why? Some say it's politics. In this video, we'll explore 7 tourist destinations that now say no to Americans in 2025. Others blame bad behavior, online hate, or even past wars. But the truth is deeper and more surprising. From Bali's peaceful beaches to Amsterdam's busy streets, new rules and strong feelings are keeping Americans out. Stay with us, because some of these destinations may shock you, and the reasons might just open your eyes. 1. Bali, Indonesia. Bali used to be a dream spot for American travelers. Beautiful beaches, friendly people, and cheap prices made it perfect. But in 2025, Bali has changed its tone. Many locals say tourists from the US no longer respect the island's culture. Some Americans have been seen walking into temples in swimsuits, touching sacred items, and breaking local laws, like riding scooters without helmets or licenses. Because of this, Bali started a new tourist behavior task force. They are watching tourists closely, and those who break the rules can get kicked out of the country. In fact, several Americans were deported last year for disrespecting local customs. Locals are tired of the digital nomad lifestyle too. Many Americans come to Bali to work remotely, but give nothing back to the community. This growing frustration has turned into protests, and now some hotels and guest houses are refusing to host American travelers at all. Paradise is still there, but it's not open to everyone anymore. 2. Venice, Italy. Venice is famous for its canals, art, and romantic charm. But this historic city is sinking, literally. Rising sea levels are a threat, but so is mass tourism. And a big part of that problem, locals say, is American travelers. Many Americans visit Venice on large cruise ships that flood the city with thousands of people at once. They stay for just a few hours, crowd the narrow streets, and leave trash behind. The local government has now banned big cruise ships from entering the main port, and tourists are being charged an entry fee just to walk through the city. 3. Barcelona, Spain. Barcelona is a city full of life, Gaudi's art, tasty food, and sunny beaches. But many people who live there are fed up. They say too many tourists, especially Americans, are making life harder for locals. One big problem is rent. Americans with money rent out apartments for short stays, which pushes prices up for everyone else. Locals are being forced out of their neighborhoods. In 2025, the anger has grown so much that people have spray-painted messages like "Tourists go home" on walls, and even protested in the streets. Bars and clubs once loved having American customers, but now many are changing their rules. Some only allow locals. Others add extra fees for foreigners. Even Airbnb is facing heavy restrictions in the city. Barcelona isn't against all tourists, but locals say they want people who respect the culture and the community. That means fewer party groups, fewer loud crowds, and yes, fewer Americans. 4. Amsterdam, Netherlands. Amsterdam is known for its freedom, bikes, canals, and open-mindedness. But that freedom has limits. In 2025, the city is cracking down on party tourism, and Americans are a big part of that change. City officials launched a campaign saying, "Stay away," aimed mostly at young male tourists from the US who come to party, drink too much, and treat the city like a playground. The red light district now has new rules: no loud groups, no filming, and no alcohol on the street. Americans caught breaking the rules can face heavy fines or get kicked out of bars and hotels. Locals are tired of their home being treated like an adult. Disneyland, even cafe owners say they're closing earlier to avoid problems. Amsterdam still welcomes tourists, but not ones who come for the wrong reasons. And in 2025, Americans looking for a wild night out are being told, "Not here." 5. Tokyo, Japan. Japan is known for being polite and peaceful. Tokyo, its capital, is a top tourist city. But now, some places in Tokyo are quietly turning Americans away. Why? It's about respect. Some American tourists have filmed locals without asking, spoken loudly in quiet places, or ignored simple rules, like taking off shoes indoors. These actions, while small, are seen as very rude in Japanese culture. Because of this, some shops and restaurants now post signs saying, "No foreigners," or more specifically, "No Americans." Others require visitors to be with a local guide to enter. 6. Paris, France. Paris is the city of lights, love, and now limits. For years, Americans have visited Paris in huge numbers, but some Parisians say that love affair is over. In 2025, many locals are annoyed by influencer culture. American tourists are blocking sidewalks to take selfies, staging fake videos in bakeries, or demanding special treatment because they're content creators. This kind of behavior is seen as rude and very in French. Parisians aren't shy about their feelings. More and more, they want tourists who act like guests, not stars. Paris is still a dream destination, but in 2025, Americans are finding that dream harder to reach. 7. Tulum, Mexico. Tulum was once a quiet town known for Mayan ruins and peaceful beaches. But today, it's something else. Parties, loud music, and rising crime have changed Tulum, and locals say American tourists helped cause it. In 2025, drug use and cartel violence are serious problems. Police have linked some of this trouble to party tourism, and many of the visitors involved are from the US. Local businesses say Americans come to party hard, not to enjoy the culture. That has pushed prices up and made the town unsafe. Now, some hotels and restaurants are quietly turning Americans away. Locals warn each other about bad guests on social media. Even travel guides say Tulum is no longer safe for all tourists, including Americans. Tulum wanted a peaceful escape, but now it's a warning. When tourism goes too far, the welcome disappears. Tourism can bring jobs, money, and joy, but it can also bring problems. In 2025, more places are speaking up. They're not saying no to all tourists, they're saying no to disrespect, bad behavior, and ignorance. And right now, Americans are at the center of that backlash. Will this change in the future? Maybe. But for now, these 7 places are sending a clear message. Be better or stay home. What do you think? Should these countries close their doors? Or should tourists act with more care? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this.